Hi guys, today we'll try to understand how to split data in Google Sheets. So either you split data or split columns, whichever you say, it's the same thing. There are many obvious reasons, use cases of splitting a cell, such as separating first and last names into distinct columns, or slicing addresses into different fields, or separating numbers or text or emails. Or in this session, we'll try to understand and split some data which will help you to gauge the functionality that is available. Now, why do we split cells in Google Sheets? This helps in enhanced data organization, probably improve your data accuracy by removing the junk characters. It also saves time. For example, if you want to split, have the first name and last name separate, and there are around thousands of names which are there in the column which have the first name and last name together. You won't do it individually by copy pasting or cut pasting those names and surnames one by one. So this saves a lot of time. Moreover, it helps or gives a flexibility towards doing a lot of calculations when you're splitting the cells. Now, there are various ways in which you can split the cells. So we'll look at the most easiest way of splitting the cells. Yes. So let's look at the very simple way of splitting the cells. Is by you can see there is name column which has all the names of various people. Now I want the first name and the last name to be separated in B and C column. How do I do this? Or I need the first name and last name to be separated, but I see there is a space in between. So the easiest way of doing or splitting a particular data is by first selecting the data. Either I select the entire column or I just select the data which needs to be splitted. I go to data, click on split text to columns. Yes. Now it gives me this option. Just check this. It provides me with this option through which I can select multiple options. So it has comma by which I can separate the text. I have a semicolon, I have a full stop, I have a space, and I have a custom character as well. We'll see how custom characters we use in the in just couple of minutes. Or you can ask the system itself to detect it automatically. But since we know there is just one space in between the first name and last name, I select space. Yes. Immediately, the first name and the last name are separated. You can see this, right? Now you can rename the column as first name and last name. Yes. So this was the very easiest way of separating a data. And this is a common thing that everyone comes across when they're trying to clean the data or someone asks to split the first name and the last name. Now, there are various use cases in which you can experiment with text to columns, as suppose you have emails. Yes. Now, I want the email, uh, the site address to be separate and the name of the email to be separate. Yeah. And you can see there is one character that is at the rate, which is splitting this two. So how do I do it? So I'll again select it, select the data which I want to split. I go to data, split to text to columns. Now at the rate is not available in any of the options, or I say detect automatically. Now detect automatically will is not able to detect anything because it's already selected, but it's not detecting anything. So what I can do is I can go to custom and I add the symbol from which I want to separate the text. So I'll say at the rate. Can see the name and the site address have got separated automatically. Yes. So this is how you can separate text based on space, based on a special character. We did it with the name, we did it with the email ID. We can also do it for email address. Suppose I want the site address and this links to be separated. So I'll just select this entire thing. I'll select data, I'll say split to columns. Again, I'll say custom and I'll say slash. Yeah, it has all got separated. I'll show that once again. I'll just revert back to the changes. Now there is slash here 2 times. I'll just make it a little bigger so that I can see it. You have 2 slashes here, 1 slash here. So that's why it got splitted into 3 columns. So there are 2 slashes here, 1 slash here. And if I try to split this column by slash, yeah. So there was 2 slashes, so it left 1 blank column and it has got the youtube.b here and the name of the site separately, which had a separate slash. So this is how I can separate my links as well. And last but not the least, but you can separate various texts. So if I put space here, see, it has totally splitted the entire data that I had. Yeah, it has split each and every word which had a space in between. So this is how you can split text or columns in Google Sheet to make your life a bit easier. There's one more thing I wanted to show you is suppose you have an address. Like I say, I have a flat name, a number, I have uh, a building name or ABC apartment. I say comma and probably XYZ road, uh, Mumbai city. You have the state and you have the pin code. Right? This is a common thing that we have in address. Now I want to split everything into different columns. Very simple. I can go to data. I have first selected the address which I want to split. I'll say data, say split to columns and ask to separate based on comma. Yes. So here it is. So my flat has got separated. My building name has got, or the apartment name has got separated. The road name has got separated. My city, state, and pin code has got separated. So there are various ways in which you can use the split text to columns or column to uh, one column to various columns to make your data accurate, make your data clean so that you can use it for analysis. Yeah. So you need to be very clear while you are doing this kind of splits because there are some mistakes that people do. they forget to create a backup of your copy, you may mess up the data, as I've shown you in my earlier text to columns. When we splitted this data, it just went haywire. I'll show it to you once again. I'll split on the basis of space. Yeah. So which text is for which column, I'm not able to know. Some texts have gone 8 columns, some texts have gone 10 columns. So it becomes very dirty. So you need to be very careful and back up the data which you are trying to split. Choose the right delimiter. If you select the wrong delimiter, your data will again go for a toss. You need to understand how many columns you need the data for. And you need to see that the formatting of the columns are proper. This will help you to keep your data very well organized and further help you to analyze the data more efficiently. Yes. So I guess that's it for today. We'll meet again for the next video. Thank you so much.